What's up, family? You're tuned in to Real Last Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. Ken Miller in the big chat tonight. Y'all know what time it is. We ain't got no parents in the building.
Ordering a pizza. We gonna smoke a cigarette backstage.
For real, man. No parents. James is out having sex with Michelle. Jeff Kaufman couldn't make a night. I don't know why. I ain't even asked. I'm just happy he ain't here. But join the virtual studio with my dog, Miguel Colon Jr. Chris Alexander here, but he had to cut his camera off because his wife don't like him. So she's probably busting him upside the head. Shout out to Will Mills. Will Mills was kicking it with us last night, man. We love you, brother. We appreciate you coming on the show. And before we get to the antics, we got to give a shout out to our only sponsor and our official sponsor, Kaufman and Lynn, whenyouneedus.com. 407-500 Jeff. They have been fighting and winning for the people of Orlando for 20 years. Car accidents, slip or fall, or if you get kicked in the ass, call Jeff Kaufman and Lynn. Bro, Miguel, can I talk my talk?
Talk your talk.
Bro, let me tell you something. McCurdy's was so good this weekend. I talked about this on the show Monday, bro. I was doing so good. I had to tell the audience, I said, this ain't that funny. I'm not lying. I asked my curly heat. I stopped my set. I was like, bro, this ain't that funny. This lady in the audience said, you a hoot.
Oh,
it was amazing, man. Amazing.
I almost cursed.
She said, you're a hoot. This guy, this ain't that funny. Where does Weisenheimer learn that one?
Yeah.
Time out. Did she go hoot or did she go hoot?
This a hoot. Old lady. Because, Sarasota, all old
people.
Old
people.
You ever had one of them shows, Miguel? You just on stage like, yo, this ain't that funny, y'all. Relax. Stop.
I had a show one time and a guy's cell phone went off and I was just killing it. And I said, you want me to answer that? And the crowd was like, ah! And I was like, man, that ain't nothing. That's nothing. I tell you what, though, I've had the reverse where you like, that's supposed to kill. Uh-oh.
Yes!
You know what I like in that too? Hey, that's how everybody feels when you have a show where you hit them with the thing that's supposed to kill and nothing happens. That's what criminals in Gotham feel like when they shoot Batman up close.
Yeah.
You're like uh-oh.
I just shot him in the head. And all you hear is the Batman.
You have no, because you don't got a plan anymore. Because I hit him with I'm about to hit him with that joke, and I go wham, and I'm like, all right, reset. Usually, maybe I'll get a 15-second laugh break, and you hit him with it, and it's dead, and you're like, oh, I'm supposed to use 3 tags that carry off this joke, and they're still supposed to be laughing, and that's the same feeling of I'm about to shoot the Batman in the junk with this shotgun, and then you hit him, and he's like, is that all you got? You're like, hey man, I'm real sorry. Yeah. I'm honestly, I'm not even supposed to have a shotgun. I'm just supposed to mix the fear toxin. But
right.
I was in a mix.
I was supposed to work in admin. I don't know why.
Yo, I was hey, can you imagine you get beat up by Batman and you're like, hey man, I just do admin for the Joker.
Yeah.
I'm here to fix his Wi-Fi, Batman. Dang.
I'm the one who rents the buildings.
I do the inventory count. I count the vowels.
Warehouses. Yeah. And then, this one they told me last time you busted through the window. I'm here to fix the window.
You do.
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, I'm going to tell you the one with Chris. Chris, where were we at where I said, Chris, you got a standing ovation?
That was Robin's room up in Sorrento.
Man, this dude
that shook me because all right, that's my time. Welcome back. Everybody stood up. I'm like, no, you still got another comic. Like kids going up.
Hey, bro,
like, no, you did good. Hey, like, okay.
I know.
Got another comic.
Hey, look here, man. I know I'm big brother. I know I'm your comedy mentor. I'm gonna go and be 100 with you because you one of my best friends. Boy, I was so mad. I was jealous. I was mad. I was jealous. I said, I know y'all ain't getting this fat Mickey Ficky no. Bro, I was heated, bro. Like, and I'm up there bare minimum getting by, bro. Chris,
you was coasting that way.
I was coasting because Chris ain't Dwayne has buried me once. Justin has buried me once. Preach has buried me once. Chris has never buried me.
Yeah.
that
I don't
show,
try to. I never
but that's
try
the
to.
thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You don't. They try to. But
Yeah.
that show, I was like, oh, so now he trying to bury me? Yeah, he done featuring.
And you
No,
you
no.
eat a banana. You eat the banana. You're like, I'm drop a dime on him.
He done.
He done.
He done. He done featuring,
Hey,
bro.
and Chris is the only one aware. All your other features who tried to bury you, they're like, yeah, I got him. And then Kid's like, good job, kid. You off the tour. Chris comes back like, hey, looking at you like, what the hell just happened? That's Chris looking at you. And you better go out there and fix something, Ken, because I don't know what just happened.
Bro.
They were trying to leave, Ken. I swear. Like I was like, no.
Leave.
Yeah, they were. They were like, well, that's it. I'm like, hey, I'm still here. Y'all sit y'all ass down. I up there, and I was like, man, I told Rob, I said, look, I'm gonna do a hard 30. Because Chris done took all the I ain't had nothing. I said, I'm gonna do a hard 30. I did 30 minutes, man. And I went on Facebook. I was like, Chris Alexander just got a standing ovation. And that thing got like 500 likes, bro.
Right. No, the thing that
So
got me
for the audience, man, you guys listen to.
Wait. No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say for the audience listening, and they, we're always talking comedy. What you guys don't understand is 15 years in for me, 20 years in for Ken, Chris, 8-9 years now.
8 years, yeah.
8 years. So we know rooms, we know what to expect. So generally, we know already something's gonna be. There's a bachelorette party. They won't stop talking. The dude up front, wasted, drunk. He's gonna be a problem. Or this room's gonna be so and so. Or I'm gonna hit him with this. But every now and then, the room shocks us with their reaction to something. And you would think 15 years in this game, 20 years in the game, 8 years in the game, when we get thrown like a loop like that, we're like, okay, I'll figure it out. But we instantly go, what the hell's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Bro, I'm telling you. And what happened at McCurdy's is the best comedy club in Florida. If you're a comedy and you've done McCurdy's, Les McCurdy, the owner McCurdy, excuse me, that room is trained. There's no heckling. There's no, like, he got his security guards. They be hawking.
I'm gonna have to hit them up.
But if you on your phone, they over you like, hey, put your phone up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of the best clubs. When I tell you I had a great set. The only so-and-so set I had, and I blame Mike Hurley. So Wednesday and Sunday were the headliner shows for me. And then Thursday through Saturday were the Wick shows, right? And so Wednesday was my killer show. Sunday, me and Mike invited a bunch of people from the Wick shows to come Sunday because it's our cussing show. Because for Wicks, we got to do clean family. Why Mike get up there and do clean? And now he get done. I said, yo, you didn't cuss. He says, yeah, I just didn't. It's Sunday, and I looked at the crowd. So I'm up there cussing, and I'm just doing okay. Yeah, and I'm just like, because Mike, and so finally, so finally they was like, oh, he gonna be cussing. And then I got him, and then it was a good show. But yeah, Mike set me up. Because we were promoting it as the cussing word show. Right. And then he got up there and wanted to be Mr. Nice Guy.
Other jobs don't do that.
Yeah,
other jobs don't have to be like, hey man, this construction is gonna be clean construction site today. This is going to be, and then when they do that, also, they don't get the text message right before they go to the construction site. So many times in comedy, in the level of comedy we're getting ready to do this show. Booker's all pumped, and we're like, is there anything we need to know? He's like, yeah, by the way, there's a couple things they don't want you to say. And you're like, all right, what's up? What, you don't want to know politics? What? They're like, yeah, if you could just refrain from talking about sex, religion, life, drugs, women, cars, Chinese food. You're like, what?
Hey, what happened to you yesterday?
Yo, yeah. I just got hit up by this dude who wants a clean show, and Hurley and Carmen just did it. The guy hit me up, and it pays well. It pays really good. The headline and the feature, they both pay good. I turned the headliner spot down. I said, I'll come feature. I said, I have 25 minutes of what you want, but if you want my whole hour, I'm gonna talk about some sex. I'm gonna talk about some adult stuff. Now, I'm gonna not cuss. I can take the cuss words out. But if you want me to not talk about it at all, then you're just gonna get my feature set. And he's like, okay, well, you can feature. So Jay Clark headliner, so I'm just go bury Jay Clark.
Bury him. Hey, yeah, because and we talked about the show before, but don't clean is subjective. We know clean means no curse words. Yeah. So a lot of times what we'll use is we say TV clean. So if somebody's booking you, they say, hey, I need TV clean. You go, okay, this needs to be able to air on ABC at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I know that I can talk about sex by saying me and my girl were making love, and they're like, ooh, and stuff like that. But if it's not TV clean, I'll be like, I stank bombing it. And it was making the macaroni sound and the blah, blah, And a lot of times people think because they're not using curse words, they're doing clean comedy.
Right.
But you can't be doing clean comedy and being super nasty, suggestive.
You cannot curse and still be vulgar.
Exactly. You can. I have worked with people that I have been like, hey man, you know that this show we doing, they're coming in there and we're coming together. I'm like, you gonna be able to do this, man? You know that they want us to be TV clean. They're like, oh, I got it, man. I'm not gonna curse. And they're like, I was squishing them cheeks and it was spraying like wet.
Yeah, I learned that, Miguel, when I'm on the road with Dwayne. Just you can't tell Dwayne he can't cuss because then he's in a panic. So we were doing a corporate gig, and I said, "Hey, TV clean. You can say damn hell ass."
Yeah.
Well, it was like damn hell ass. I'm at my grandma's house. Damn hell ass. I was at work. I said, "You just saying it to say it now."
Yeah.
You don't even need to say it, bro. Like
I was at my damn grandma's house with her nasty ass.
Bro, I had to take him a note, Chris, while he was on stage. Like, yo, just stop cussing, period. Yeah, but I'm just
stop talking.
Here's my thing. I'm not. If you can do clean comedy, that's fine. I get it. It's not my thing. It's not what I want. It's not the comedy I love, I like, and that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I turned down a lot of, bro. I done got offered some good money to come do 45 minutes of like TV kids. I'm like, that's not me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love comedy that much that I wouldn't want to even do something like that because that's not Ken Miller.
For me, it's I want to do comedy the way I want to do comedy. And nobody's wrong for not wanting to book that, but I'm not wrong for saying I'm at the point where I want to do what I want to do. And like that we get people ask us to write jokes for things. They're like, hey, I want you to do this chili festival. Here's this stack of cash. Can you do a bunch of chili festival jokes? Probably. And it would be fine. But I'm not gonna go home.
Right?
Hey, if the cash starts piling up, I'm like, 3 jalapenos walked into a bar, and I'm like, oh,
this is probably my DJ mindset, but I feel like if I have to like edit my set, then it should play. I should get paid more. But I think that's just the DJ part of me because it's like, okay, now I got to work on taking this and make it.
You gonna play the mock rain and you're gonna take this $20 and shut up.
Yeah. Well, Chris, with comedy, that ain't. Unless if you famous, you go in there and be like, look, you want me to be clean? I need this much money. But if that's what the club wants, and all right, cool. Well, I got this much time for you. But if you want me to come in here and be unfiltered Ken Miller, which isn't a dirty comic,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I'm not a dirty comic. You know what I'm saying? Then let me come get this 45 to an hour, and I'm gonna do my thing, and we're gonna have a good time. It's what it is.
Ken, I think what it is with that is, I just don't want you to tell me we can't have a good time here.
Yeah.
Like I want now. I get that's why you might say, hey, I know this audience. This is the room I have. I'm the owner. This is what I want. It's like you have all that right. And you have the right to say, I'm opening a comedy club and I only want people to do jokes about dogs here. You got that right. And if an audience shows up, they say, I can't wait for nothing but dog jokes. And then I come in there getting mad at you after I took the gig, after you told me it was a dog joke room, and now I'm mad, then shame on me.
Yeah.
But don't get mad at me because I keep turning your dog room down because I'm like, I don't want to do dog jokes.
Hey, and
I don't have those types of jokes.
And because I don't even have
cat
a dog.
Jokes.
No.
Until you bring that dump truck of cash, and I'm like, a German Shepherd and a little poodle were up a hill. Hickory dickory dock.
Oh, hey,
my
man.
spaniel was a cocker. Oh, this guy.
With that being said, we gotta take a quick commercial break, family. We'll be right back. Real Labs, Real Radio 104.1. Back, Real Labs, Real Radio, 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. Go out, follow us, like, subscribe, send us message. Man, we like that. We are up to date on YouTube, and now we're posting shorts on YouTube. So go check out our shorts. They're actually doing pretty well, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. But I got to give a shout out to our sponsor, our only sponsor, Kaufman and Lynn, www.whenyounneedus.com, 407-500-JEFF. Car accident, slip and fall, kick in the ass. Give Jeff Kaufman a call. Now, I just got invited, the invite to my nephew's graduation, Chris's son. This is Connor. Connor is number what?
Number two.
Number two. And a adorable young man, and I love the picture. But Chris, you can help me with this. Did both of your kids go to prom? Your kids who graduated high school, about to graduate high school.
Well, only one graduated so far, but
okay, so number one didn't graduate?
No, one graduated.
Yeah, from high school.
But he didn't go to prom.
Okay. Did number two go to prom?
I don't think his prom started yet.
Okay, so that's why.
No. Because he's in robotics. He's in the robotics thing, and they don't
get allowed to go to the prom.
Yeah.
No, the championship game.
We love you.
No. Hey, you gotta watch these. These jokers is actually cool though.
I know. Layla's in robotics. It is some cool.
Word?
I could be a real woman if you wanted. All you need is to make me a woman is get a paddle bit and a jar of mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. No, so their world championship is the same day as prom. So I think he's gonna skip prom and go to
I know that's important to him, but man, prom was too important for me.
Yeah, you ain't gonna make out with a robot in the back of your homeboy's car.
Yo,
I feel so alive.
Here's the deal. The reason I asked you that because I just had a back and forth with my wife because of some stuff I've been seeing on the internet. So my son Junior went to prom, and this was the year Junior had the avian rupture. So and Junior prom was the same day as my wedding. So Junior walked us down the aisle, then went to prom. I didn't think Jazzy was gonna go to the prom because she just wasn't into stuff like that. Ended up going to the prom, and she was beautiful. Man, I don't know if y'all seen these proms now with these kids. They got Miguel. They got horses and carriages. They coming in on dragons. They parents renting out big, but I mean it's. Parents paying $5,000-$6,000 for prom, and I love it. I think it's dope. My wife, my bougie wife, who likes everything extravagant, says she thinks it's a waste of money.
No, I agree.
No,
I agree.
No,
listen. When you have money and you want to make an entrance like that, then you do it. But when you living off my money, we're not going to spend money on a horse entrance like that. You're not coming in like you about to fight. You about to fight on pay-per-view tonight. You're not coming in with Red Man and Method Man. It's your prom. This your prom.
One tone like Mike Tyson. Doom.
Yeah. You're supposed to think you're doing grown-up stuff while you're doing stupid stuff. You're supposed to be like, hey man, got the 88 Tercel detail tonight. I'm gonna get some stank,
I just remember that picture with Will Smith's son Jaden. He came out in that all white Batman suit.
Yeah. You ain't coming to the looking like Moon Knight. You ain't coming to the prom looking like Moon Knight.
Man, I just knew y'all was gonna be on my Chris. You on my side.
I'm on your side. I'm on your side.
You, Chris. Talk to Miguel for me, Chris.
As a DJ, when you go to there's these small groups in schools that these little outcasts that don't feel like they can go to the actual prom, so they just go and they make their own prom. And me and another
is that DJ, what this robotics thing is?
No, yeah. So me and another DJ Kermit, we did a prom DJ group for an outcast group. Man, it was so much fun because they had all the rainbow colors and the neon lights, and we played nothing but Taylor Swift songs all night. It was dope.
It's late at night. People don't need to feel sad.
Yeah,
they had a long day, and now you're doing this to them. You're making them all sad, talking about that you guys rented out the room at the Holiday Inn, and it was 9 dudes with rainbows. We don't need girls or nothing.
Hey, they did it. I was just there playing music. But no, I get it. I agree.
Chris, did you go to prom?
No, I did not go to
Oh,
prom.
Miguel, did you go to prom?
Man, I went to 3 proms. I wish I
Come
would have
on,
gone to
talk
4.
to him, Miguel.
I wish I
Okay,
would have
okay.
gone to 4, but I went to 3. When I went to so my what's the freshman? What's
So let me
what's the second year?
say this. Let me say
Yeah.
this. I went to my wife's prom, but I didn't go to my prom.
Why you went to a prom?
You went to a prom, then that's fine. You go to your girlfriend's prom, that's fine.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
the same
fine.
thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fine.
No, I forgot what is sophomore after freshman? Yeah. Went to
Yeah.
sophomore prom, junior prom, senior prom. Sophomore prom went to junior prom, but I went with a girl. I should have gone in 9th grade. I got asked to, but here I'm gonna tell you the truth. It was not till 10th grade in high school that Miguel Colon started being like, I'm gonna do the things I want to do. Because up until then, I remember my homeboys, most of them didn't have no dates for any proms. They weren't invited. And so they were like, you gonna go to prom? You gonna go gay old prom? You gonna be gay? And I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna hang out with you dudes and smoke a joint between 12 of us. I don't want to do that dumb stuff with a girl who likes me.
Yo.
But then by 10th grade, by senior year in high school, I was like, hey, I don't care, man. I'm going this robotics thing. I'm gonna holler at some nerds, you know?
Hey, Miguel, this is
Get
the
lit,
90s too.
and I'm gonna go to this robotics convention.
Yeah, in the 90s, Miguel, like robot, this chat GPT gonna be the thing in 2026. They're like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, man.
This
I'm
is
like, hey, listen, man.
1996, dummy.
Yeah, I'm like, there's a chance video games are gonna have up to 72 bits. You listening to me, guys?
72.
Hey,
Do you guys? Yes,
I did junior prom. I went to junior prom, and my mama dropped me off in a Chevy Corsica.
Yep. Hey, that's the
Chevy Corsica.
Damn.
And senior prom, I actually took a freshman because the senior that I wanted to act said she couldn't afford a dress, and I offered to buy her dress, and she wouldn't take the offer. So I took a freshman. I was a senior, took a freshman to the prom, and my homeboy mama rented us a Lexus. And that's as Lexus in 1995.
Yeah, Nas was rapping about him.
You know what I'm saying? That's as dope as you can get, bro.
Yeah,
As
you need
dope
to
as you can get.
Ken Miller was on his R. Kelly stuff.
Hey, man. Hey, I was 18. I was still a teenager.
If you can't, hey, listen, man.
Mess with them freshmen.
Listen, you don't need no horse and carriage and private jet for prom. If you can't get some stank in the back of a Chevy Caprice, you don't deserve it.
84 Cutlass Sierra. That's what I had.
Bro.
Yeah.
I ain't have a
with
car,
3 different
man.
size tires.
My homeboy was like, hey, Ken, just chip in. My mama go rent us a Lexus. You know, renting a car in 95 ain't that much.
Yeah, you didn't even know how it worked then.
Just a couple.
You probably had to give him a check.
Yeah, right. Hey, but here's the thing though. All you young kids, it's not like now where you go to prom and everybody come to your house. No, I had to leave my house, go to my aunt's house and take pictures, then go to my uncle's house and take pictures. I had to go to my daddy's house. I had to take pictures with my daddy and my grandparents because he lived with my grandparents. Then we went to go get something to eat before the prom. We went to a restaurant, went there. Then we went to prom. And then when prom was over, it's like, okay, you got a room. Are you going to the room or y'all going home? That was 90s prom. I don't know what y'all kids do now, but that was 90s prom.
Chris, what was DJ prom like? Pick it, we don't need any girls. Pick it, we're so cool. Pick it. At least robot prom, they're like, listen, this one, I built this one pretty realistic, so.
Mr. Robot.
These are the majoras and these are the minors.
We can dance if you want to. No play. No,
heat it up though, because if it's cold, it's weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna include homecoming because we did the exact same thing, right? Got dressed, we went there, then from there, we went and got something to eat afterwards, and then let's see, a few times.
You talking about yourself or your kids?
No, I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about early 2000s.
You went to homecoming?
I went to homecoming, yeah.
Okay, because I thought you was a total dweeb, bro. Okay.
Yeah, homecoming's even wilder than prom.
Exactly.
That's the Source Awards. Prom's the Grammys.
We went to
Hey, you right about that.
Yeah, homecoming, man.
Homecoming, because homecoming after the football game.
After the football, we riled up.
Yo, do you know? Hey,
yeah.
y'all, I know this being recorded, and I'm gonna have Casey bleep this out. Do y'all know I was on homecoming court?
Yeah,
I was
look at
third
that.
place.
That's
Homecoming
wild. Yeah,
court. I was on homecoming court. The girl I went to homecoming with, she finished third place homecoming queen.
Kim Miller.
Homecoming court. But I was popular in high school.
Yeah.
I was funny. I was on the I ain't play. I was on the basketball team. But I was senior RTC. I was on
Hey, did you go to RTC ball?
we didn't have one.
I went in ninth grade. I was in RTC for ninth grade.
Ah.
I went to the RTC ball in the Class A's. Everybody all out in the RTC ball. Girls could wear dresses out there getting some stank.
But your high school was military based though, right?
It was near a military base, yeah. So it had
that's
like,
why. That might be why we didn't have that in Carolina.
Can I tell you this? My high school was in town, but it was in Charleston, and it's everything's military near it. Everything, that was a big part of our infrastructure.
I can see that.
Every kid in my school, every senior in my school basically had to take the ASVAB. Now you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to make all make all the seniors. But what they would do is they would come in and be like, "Hey, so the recruiters want to have this recruiter day." We would have this thing, recruiter day, where the recruiters would be there and they'd be like, "Everybody take the ASVAB," and then you're gonna go outside and they're gonna show you all the cool things about the different branches. And people were like, "Well, what if I don't want to do that?" Like, that's cool. You could just be in class today. And so everybody was like, "Hey, what's up, man? Tell me some more about what." Yeah. So what would be my MOS? But recruiter day, they honestly would come in and they would talk to everybody, and they would and it was funny too, because I was already fat by my senior year. So they walking by all these dudes, man. All the Marines are coming to people. "What's up, motivator, man? You thinking about joining?" And they look at me and be like, "Thanks for coming out."
Hey, I took
Thank you for your support.
because I already knew I was going to the military. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd already, shout out to Sergeant Fox, who was my recruiter. He had already set that up. Because my mama was this: military, college, work, but you had to move out. Now, for you, if you listen to this in 1995 at 18, you can get a job at McDonald's and get an apartment.
Yeah, you and your home. If you lived with three dudes and all three of you had a job, y'all had a hot tub in the living room.
Fast food. You had fast food in the living room, and you had a nice apartment in 1995.
Because here's the thing:
gas was 95 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
Also, here's the thing: back in the 90s, getting hours at jobs wasn't a thing. You could get as many hours as you wanted at a job.
They have no kind of laws.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing: if after high school, yeah, if you worked at a restaurant and two of your homeboys worked in construction, y'all had a 6-bedroom. If you were a waiter and your two homeboys were in construction and y'all were 18 in 1995, you like, yeah, this is my wing of the house. These 2 rooms.
Yeah.
That's my corner. That's my window. Don't touch it.
I had a 3-bedroom apartment in Charleston, South Carolina, and my rent was $489 a month. But I was working at the time I was working at Don Pablo's, and I was, mind you, I'm like 16, or I'm sorry, I'm like 18 years old. I'm making $150 a night in 1995, 5 nights a week, 6 if I want them. And so I'm basically making $600 a week, and my rent is $495 a month in a 3-bedroom. So it was me and my cousin. We had a guest room, and we were like, yeah, because we were splitting the rent and the bills. I gotta find it. I found one of my electric bill guy. My electric bill for a 3-bedroom apartment with 2 young dudes living in there, music blasted, AC blasted all the time, people coming and going. My electric bill was $52.
And that's crazy. But we got to take a commercial break. But before we go to commercial break, you could be 18 years old and get an apartment. Hey, with that being said, we got to take a commercial break. We'll be right back. Real Radio 104.1. Last Real Radio 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. Ken Miller in the big chair tonight. I got to shout out our official sponsor, Kaufman and Lynn, www.whenyouneedus.com, 407-500. Jeff, been fighting for and winning for the people of Orlando for 20 years. Car accident, slip and fall, kick in the ass, 407-500. Jeff. So everybody know, I won't say where I work, but I have a day job, and I also do comedy at night. In the past 4 months, at least 12 people have got fired. But
are you guys all in the same group chat? Because that's terrifying.
Oh, dude. So this what this what happens, Miguel, on the
delete.
On our team's chat. When you see somebody removed from the chat, you be like, oh.
Yep. You know what it reminds me of? It's like one of the movies like Alien where they're watching everybody's life monitors, and then all of a sudden,
you be like,
Steve.
You be like, what happened? And this is the thing that freaked me out about it, because I'm a really good tech. I've been doing my job or what I do for now almost 20 something years. If you really count the military, because I did it in the military, I've been doing tech support, network support for 30 something years. But I'm 50 years old. And Miguel, this is what got me to thinking. You're 50 years old, you get laid off. You got to go find a new job. Yeah. Like at 50, like do you like you know, you have your job, you the chief financial officer at the Sausage Castle. Chris had to go, you had to go back into the workforce. Like at our ages, late 30s, 40s, 50, like going back into the workforce, trying to find a job and interview. And I just think for 50 and 40s, that's wild to me. Am I tripping or
no? Ken, check it out.
No,
I was just thinking about this.
I was
just thinking about this too, because for 8 years I've been in entertainment now as my business, and I'm like, man, for 8 years I've only had to pretend I wasn't me maybe 10% of the time, because I'm in the entertainment. Maybe 10% of the time I get to be in meetings where I'm like, yeah, understandable, but I'm still a version of me. But when you go to a new job for the first like 3 weeks, you're not you. You're not you for that while you're training at a job. You're like, oh, I don't mind staying late. Thing about me is blah, blah, blah. And then 6 months into it, you like, hey, I don't care. The schedule doesn't say AM or PM, so I'm right for coming in now.
Right.
You know, you're like, yeah, but you know you're supposed to get here at 9. It says 9, and I'm here at 9 at night. I'm tired of this.
I've been doing that at work all day, trying to, because now they changing everything to these damn cards. And now, oh yeah, I know, I do all the cards. I got the Pokemon and the Magics and this and so forth. I know all about the grading system. Now I'm at work. Hey man, what can you tell the difference between this set? And like, I don't know anything about them cards.
I don't know anything about that, man.
But if you want them, it's $9. If you don't, then whatever.
Hey Chris, I really want to know this. Chris, what was that job interview like with you? Like, what was that job interview?
I just told him my work history, and I remember in my first store how I got a reward for having the highest sales. So I brought that up. I was like, oh, so you don't have a problem selling the stuff? Like, no, I have a problem selling stuff. Then I come to realize that Sanford don't have any money, so everybody coming there getting the bare minimum, and like, hey, how come your sales are so low? Because people don't have it. So
because I stopped trying, guys. You knew I was lying in the beginning. Right? Why are we gonna do this dance? Man. You knew I was lying.
We know what it is.
But maybe that's Ken talking about somebody getting back in jobs in their 50s. Maybe there's a part of it where it is liberating, because you're like, I'm not going to do any of this tap dancing, shucking. Yeah. I'm 50. Right. So even in the interview, because they'd be like, what are some of your weaknesses? Like, I drink.
I just had my 41st birthday, and now I'm at work, and people are like, hey,
happy birthday, Chris.
Happy birthday, Chris. Thank you, sir. And if people are like, hey, what are you telling me about this game? We can tell you about this game. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have not played that game. I only played my 3 games. And that's it. That's all I play.
Last game I played was Zelda: Link to the Past. I haven't played anything in 37 years.
Exactly. what's this pragmata about? I don't even know what a pragmata is. I can't even tell you. So,
Pragmata is what when you get the marks on your wrist like Jesus.
right.
Yo,
I'm still in that
You
one
got
at
the
work.
pragmatas.
I'll say that at work.
yo,
Hey,
that
do
movie
you
was on Tubi the other day. Stigmata,
Oh,
bro.
stigmata, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, like,
I can tell you about
listen.
Illmatic. I know about Illmatic.
You tell you about Illmatic, yeah. It almost put the whole industry out.
Yeah,
I tell you this though, at
go ahead,
50.
go ahead, Miguel, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. At 50 though, because I'm 45 or 44. I'll be 45 this year. Um, I hope then if I ever had to enter the job force, I come in there with the mentality of, hey, I this is who I am, and I'm going to follow the rules if I make the choice to work here. But you're never going to get any tap dance shucking with me, because I've tap danced and shuck at interviews back in the day, man.
Yeah.
And I've been like, oh man, this is one of my favorite parts of working is late nights.
You're
I
all
can't wait
shucked
to come
out.
in for free on Saturdays. And I'm just hoping at
Mhm.
45 now, and they're like, is there anything that could give you problems with doing your job? And I'm like, I be eating mushrooms. So, like, I gotta be real with you.
They were like a mushroom pizza. Now,
Those two,
No,
those two.
no,
So if you want to stop at questions there, we're all being honest with
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah,
I kid you not. The
go ahead,
other
Chris.
day, hold on. The other day, the store manager looked at me and my other coworker, and he said, "Hey, so the companies want to ask if any one of us wants to turn around and be a registered Pokemon master to sell these cards." Me and my coworker look at each other and both went, "Hell no."
Man, I see
So-
why your kids nerds.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, I said
Pokemon?
no. Yeah, they want
Yeah,
us to be
yeah,
like
that
be like a like a
Pokemon
like a
master.
s- a certified no, because that's what they call them, like the certified employee that knows all the information about all the upcoming cars and this cars and the rarities and
Yay.
yeah, exactly. I don't care. I don't care.
I
No.
think what my advantage in this is I worked at a job for almost 20 years. So I
Mhm.
got the job I'm at now because 10 people worked at my last job. And I interview well, but understand this, I only interview well because my wife teaches people how to interview.
Right.
Like I hadn't had an interview, Miguel, in 18 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So like, so what are your strengths and weaknesses? I said, strengths, I can drink a whole bottle of Crown in one night.
Right now. And weaknesses, I want to drink a whole bottle of Crown.
Right now.
One thing I know-
You know what I'm talking about, player. You trying to drink?
Hey, bro, this how bad it was. My interview for the job I had before I went to this one, it was on Zoom. And one of the supervisors had his camera on and the other one didn't. And I instantly start roasting the guy with the camera off. Just instinctively. I just start roasting this dude. I couldn't even see him. And then I'm 20 minutes. I'm 20 minutes. I'm a minute into the roast. I was like, yo, this is a job interview. What are you doing, Kenneth?
Yeah.
And at the time I had put
Verify
on
your
my
position.
I had put on my resume, I did stand up. So the guy with the camera on, he's like, "Oh, is this the comedy part?" I said, "Yeah, it is.
It is,
is.
Ted.
It is. It is."
Oh,
And
Ted, I can't see you. What's your position? I'm the hiring manager.
Yeah. Hey, Miguel, he hired me. And he was so excited that he had a comic on his team. I was funny. Everybody loved me, but they wouldn't change my schedule. And I was like, I got to go. So I ended up going to the job I'm at now. And when I quit that job, that dude he's like, man, I was so happy to have a comedian on my team. I was like, I'm sorry, dog. But y'all got me 12 to 9. I got comedy to do. I can't be working
That's the
Tuesday
thing,
through
man.
Saturday 12 to 9. I need a good schedule, man. But it just had me thinking, man, like, I know we all working right now. And, Chris, I know, Miguel, you've been in your job for like almost 9 or 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm 3 years at this job, but my last job was 18 years. I think Chris is about a year at this job. But if you were to lose your job, could you go back in the workforce looking for a job?
It scares me. Honestly, it scares me because I wouldn't want to go into the workforce doing just something. But I will say this. I've always been the kind of person that's like, hey, when you lose a job, immediately get a job. I've always been like, then you start looking. Unfortunately, just to let you know, guys, historically, if I've ever lost a job, the next job I went to, I knew I was going there effing it up.
Yeah.
It was just funny to, hey, so if you're like, yeah, we hired him right after he worked at that bar. Oh, you got me because I was like, yeah, of course I'll work this Chuck E. Cheese. I'll be here for 6 weeks making some dough while I'm less stressed. Basically, those jobs are like the chubby chick that lets you crash at her house when your girlfriend breaks up with you. And she, you know, she's getting ready for you guys to stay together, and you sitting there like, I gotta find a new place somewhere.
Hey, okay, let me ask y'all something. If you lost your job tomorrow, what job are you think you qualified to do that you can get the next day?
That scares me too,
Yeah.
because it terrifies me, bro. Because I'm like, I think about it all the time. I'm like, what do they need me for? Like, does a laboratory need me there? Be like, hey, y'all, Teddy came in here with that beige lab coat looking like he wearing a PP. Ah, nah, I'm just kidding. No, man, let's get the superconductor going. You know, like what can I do?
But I mean, you think about it. You've been the chief financial officer for your place for 9 years. You can go into some finance.
I could go into a lot of things like that, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. And please,
Work at
if you're ever
Chase.
looking for a job, never listen to this episode. I can do all that stuff, not at the level of anybody who's been doing it for a year, and I've been doing it for like 8. You know, I know how. I know this, and I wish I could pitch this interview. I know, and I say this all the time. I know how to squeeze the nickels out of anything. I know how to look at what we got and figure out a way for us to make some more dough. That's what I've been doing for a long time, and everything. But it's scary thinking, how do I and then you underestimate yourself, because I'll say this: when my father was getting out of the Marine Corps, my father's in the Marine Corps 26 years, and when he was getting out of the Marine Corps, he was able to turn a lot of the stuff he did in the Marine Corps into stuff that impressed bosses, whether it really correlated or not. He was able to impress people with what he did. And that's something that we can do, because I think about that too. I'm like, you know what? A lot of times they ask, are you comfortable speaking in front of people? I'd like to just flip it and say, am I comfortable speaking in front of people? I'm comfortable speaking in front of thousands of people I've never met before, who I don't know, while they drink. And not only will I get them to pay attention to everything I said, not only will I get them to remember what I said, I'll elicit an involuntary emotion from them that you can only get from misdirection.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm comfortable speaking with people, but like I said, mushrooms.
Yo, Chris, if you lost your job, do you feel like you can be like, I can get another one?
that came right out of
Chris.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, you a DJ, Chris. That's in your blood.
God.
What happened?
No, I lost
okay,
Chris.
Okay, I thought about. No, I thought my thing froze. So I was like,
you did freeze. You frozen right now.
No,
yeah, get your robot club over here to fix that. Beep boop, pop boop, 001. Chris, you fired now, so you better find another radio job, yo. Fired now.
Hey, when I hear Chris up to be on the show, I was just like, man, let me get my dog on the show. Chris, now we gotta go to commercial. We gotta go, not commercial break. We gotta get up out of here. This is our last segment. But before we go, I will say this, and I'm gonna go back to Miguel's dad. I did the same thing. When I got out the Army, I just couldn't find a job. And my first job I got, shout out to Nextel. The guy interviewed me, and I talked about my White House days. I talked about my family and what I wanted and everything. And we talked military and an hour, Miguel. And he's like, all right, man. I said, what about the job? He says, oh, I saw the Army on your resume. I was gonna hire you no matter what. And that's what it was. But we got to get up out of here. Miguel, where you at this weekend?
May 1st and May 2nd, I'm at Laugh Out Lounge in Winter Haven with David Jolly, Jake Ricka, and myself. May 1st through 2nd, Laugh Out Lounge, Winter Haven, Florida.
Nice. Chris, what you got this weekend, brother?
This weekend, I'm in Palm Harbor at Snappers Grill with Kevin McCaffey. So that's
nice.
It'll be a fun weekend.
Enjoy yourself, man. This Saturday, man, Boca Raton, the Mesner Studio Park. It's me, Mike Hurley, and OMG is Wicks. Check us out. But we got to get up out of here. Make sure this Thursday night, y'all go check out Will Mills at the Funny Bone, man. I am Kim Miller. That is Miguel Colon Jr. and Chris Alexander. Chris, do me a favor. Tell them what
up. Take your ass to bed.
Good night.